And we're live. This is Jim Miller and Florin Diumea. We're the Bright Business Talk Show, and I'm your host, Jim Miller, for today's episode. And this is our inaugural episode. Say that 10 times fast. Where we're going to introduce to you what this show is all about, where we're going, what our vision is, and I'm particularly honored to have the founder of the Bright Business System on the show with me today. So we get to hear exactly what his vision is and where the show is going and where the Bright Business System is today and where it's going in the future, and how you, more importantly, how you can get involved and take advantage of all of the resources that Florin is putting together with his team to create an environment for purpose-driven entrepreneurs to succeed on the local basis. And we're broadcasting from Temecula, California, right now, the Temecula Valley. And we have an amazing list of things that we want to go over with you today. So hang in there, be with us. If you want to participate, because this is a live stream, we're broadcasting live on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, where else? We're going to be on X. We're just going to be all over the place. So stay tuned, and we're going to be on, let's see, Mondays at noon Pacific, every Monday at noon Pacific time. So you can enjoy the show while you're grabbing something to eat for lunch. Bring a friend, and again, participate with us. This is a live stream show, so we encourage you to participate. Add your comments in, and we may throw them up on the live stream, so you get some shout outs and recognition too. So that's it'll be fun. So Florin, welcome to the show. Florin is an amazing author and businessman, and I consider him a true friend. We've known each other for about 3 years now, and we've been through some challenges. Florin's done an amazing job pulling this together. And I met him one day here in town at a local event, and he had a book that he had written. And this thing it's what, about almost 3 inches thick, and it's big. It's not a little book. And I'm thinking, wow, how can all that information fit in such a brain like that? But man, I tell you what, there's a lot more in there than just what's in that book. And so welcome to the show, Florin.
Yeah, thank you, Jim. Thank you for the invite today, and thank you for putting together this purpose-driven conversation. And having you on board, having you leading this show is gonna be fun. I'm more than confident. And
you never know what's going to happen with me. It's always going to be a surprise. So that's what I love about doing stuff live. Is like, you never know. It could be a train wreck.
You know what I like the most? This idea of being interactive. This is what I struggle with the events. I'm looking all our workshops and all our meetings to be as much interactive and hands-on as possible. It's not easy, but when you came with this idea, first of all, to have it live. So now we talk, whatever we say is going to be here, so people is going to hear us, right?
Yeah.
And to open this opportunity to people around to say something, dude, I think you're right, or I think you're wrong, and they can hop in, right? And they can express their ideas, as long as we stay, I think, right, we talk in a very respectful and I kind say ethical manner. It's a great opportunity for
yes, absolutely. Yeah, this is a family show. We're very excited about being in a position to help families to grow.
Love it. Yeah, especially local
entrepreneurs, people who are taking on that, standing in the fire.
Love it. Yeah, you nail it. First of all, to kind of set the boundaries, that was for me important, because we want to open this conversation, this talk, to everybody in the community, to express their ideas, to ask for help. But in the same time, this is not a place where we point, where we blame. And I'd like to start this show with one big thing. Here we talk about challenges. We do not talk about problems. In my definition, a challenge is something I can solve, and then I have to struggle my brain, squeeze my brain a little bit, and find a solution for that challenge. If I would have a problem, I have to blame someone, right? Even myself is not me too.
Right. Yeah.
So to kind of set the boundaries here, if you want to, you're
Not a
welcome to
productive
join
way
the
to
conversation.
be thinking, is it?
Exactly. That's why we talk about a lot of thinking, a lot of thinkers, and we'll explain what do I mean by that. But what I'm trying to say, people are welcome to join in, but no blame. Let's see what you can do to make it better. So
Right. Now, Eric Flournoy said, God's blessings. Let's see. God's blessings, gentlemen. It's a beautiful thing being purpose driven. Amen, Eric. Thank you for the comment. Eric's a friend of mine I met at a group that we train on going live like this. It's called Grow Live Academy with Ken Walls, and he's also a friend. And who knows, we might have him on the show at some
I
point.
love it.
Yeah. But
Yes.
thank you, Eric, for chiming in. I appreciate you.
Thank you, Eric. And yeah, so it looks like you have all the trainings in the back. So we are in good hands. Let's talk about the idea behind the Bright Business Project. What do you think?
Well, the idea behind it, here, I hired a very expensive consultant to write an intro to the show, and it cost me a lot. So I want to share this. Actually, I'm fibbing. I did this myself, but it's like here we go. What is the Bright Business Talk Show? Well, we have conversations about purpose-driven businesses and lives, and we create purpose-driven conversations to inspire, lift up, celebrate, and recognize those who stand in the fire for their purpose-driven life. So standing in the fire for your purpose-driven life. That's what we want to talk about today. And for this show, every Monday at noon, we're gonna pull up something to talk about. And there's tons of things we could chat about. And I've got started a list of topic ideas. First of all, is engagement. We really love it when people like Eric chime in and say hi and give us their thought for the day, or ask a question. We're going to have talk about accomplishments. We're going to have inspiring guests on the show. We're going to have time-saving frameworks and metrics to talk about to help you improve your business. We're going to have cutting-edge strategies that we share. We're going to talk about AI shortcuts and workflows. We're gonna be giving away free, valuable gifts to people who join the show and say hi. We're gonna do. Let's see. We're gonna talk about personal growth and becoming the real you through finding and actually pursuing your life's purpose, which is incredible to do. And accountability, but not just accountability for accountability's sake. We're going to talk about real accountability. And what is that? And how do you get yourself in a position to be able to be held accountable by someone or some entity, or how do you hold someone accountable? What's the mindset you need to have? Things like that. We're going to talk about operations in your business. If you have a business, operations excellence is key to your success. And we're going to talk about all the aspects of that. We're going to talk about marketing and sales and how to grow and scale. And all of these topics will be colored by Florin's Bright Business Model as we go through them. So you can actually learn a bit about the Bright Business Model as we're going through these topics. And those teachings, as you go through these teachings, you'll learn how to build your business, how to scale it, how to troubleshoot, how to hire the best people, how to make profit, how to optimize, how to work on your business instead of in your business. Right, Florin?
Yes. And in order to own the business, you need to control the operations. Somebody said, you're the business owner, you are not a business operator. I think it's a big mistake. In order to own something, you need to control the entire process behind. Not to be involved in everyday activities or something, but however, at the beginning, you might have to be involved to understand the pain of your business, and then step by step to pull out and control the overall picture. But how can I say, before we move on, talk about everything business and talking about stories or methodology, the key element here is in this project is how to become more in order to have more. This is the probably the foundation of the Bright Business program and the Bright Business project overall. We humans should be more, especially entrepreneurs. We, the entrepreneurs, should be more in order to have more. And now the key thing is the more you are, the less you need. So this is this,
When you say be, what does that mean to be more? Tell me, explain that.
that's a very challenging question, right? Because here we can elements coming into place. That's tough.
That was on the list too. It's like the hot seat for those who have guts to get on the hot seat.
Yeah, I would like somebody in if somebody's watching us to kind of correct me if I'm wrong. So to be more, first of all, you need education, you need the wisdom, and you need to look, especially from a business perspective, you need to look at the business as an instrument for enlightenment. Because here, business, we are looking at the business as an instrument to manifest your purpose at the end of the day. So business is not about me having more. It's about we being more. So now me being more, yes, I do need to be educated. I need to have that wisdom. If I do not have, let's say I'm too young to have enough experience to accumulate that wisdom, to be surrounded by the right people. And then we have that kind of a little bit spiritual approach, but this more holistic approach to business. And when you talk about leadership, this is going to impact the way we operate the business, the way we grow the business, or the way we look at the business.
Yeah, excellent. I'm messing around with these. Okay, here we go. So, yeah, what now I wanted to ask you, what was it that really started this whole thing off, and where is it today? The Bright Business System in the Temecula Valley, or actually the 15 quarter, because you've got clubs going all up and down the Highway 15 now.
Yeah. I think this project, the Bright Business project, I think choose me.
I'm not chose you. Sure. Okay.
Yeah, because no, if you look.
Hey, pal.
I'm sorry.
It's like, show us your book. Do you have your book there?
Yes, I do have it here somewhere. If I can, just a second.
Yeah. So Florin's. So I want to show Florin's book, because it's really the foundation, and that's where, when I met him, I saw this book, and I had spent that, very recently to meeting Florin. I had spent a year up in San Jose working with startups in Silicon Valley. And I went to I saw probably 100 pitch events, like Shark Tank style pitch events. And I'd seen probably over 1,000 pitches. And I saw VCs and angel investors giving critiques to these founders after they'd done their pitches. So I learned a lot about all of that. And then I got a chance to talk to the angel investors and VCs and also the founders. And what I learned was that some of them got funded and most did not. And the ones that got founded or got funded actually had a good plan, and they followed a sequence, and they were able to communicate that. They built a model. They'd actually gotten some customers. They built a team around them of very qualified people, and they gave confidence to the investors that the investors want two things. They want a return of their money, and then they want a return on their money. So they want to actually, when they fund you, they want to get their money back, and then they want to make money on the idea. And if you don't give them confidence during that 5-minute pitch or 15-minute pitch, however much time they give you, you won't get funded. And my thought, as I was thumbing through Florin's book, looking at how this is set up, I was like, bam, this is it. Because the, the training that's in there will help anybody who's founding a company to create everything needed to build a business and get it up and running and launch it, and use the structure to troubleshoot and stay on target, stay focused, stay in the pocket so that you're growing and building a profitable business as you go. And you may do that and maybe not even need to get funded if you're making enough money, right, Florin?
Yep, yep, yeah.
Yeah, that's the goal. So if you can build your company and not have to get investors involved, it's even better.
Yeah,
I
or you might find different ways to scale.
Yeah,
Maybe at least till one point you really need a big money, but you're not gonna go and ask for little money. Uh, yeah, you're totally right. So investors are looking probably for two things: the next big idea, yeah, that IP, or yeah, and they're
I
looking
think
for
I think
wonderful.
there's a misnomer is in people who start companies. They think they have to go get money to get scale, and it's absolutely not true. It's simply not true. The best, most profitable companies, I think, don't have that. Don't get funded with you don't because you have to give up your equity, you have to give up control, and you have to give up. You may get a little bit of time, but you have it really puts the pressure on to perform, and unless you're ready for it, it can destroy a company, and they don't talk about that, do they?
Yeah,
They
yeah, it's true, but probably a different way to approach and different environments for each one. Our pitch sessions for people just an idea, and our VCs or angel investors just for that. Then our opportunities for people to scale and then to go with the team and the proof of concept and look for different type of investors. So it's room for each one. Each player, each actor has his own environment, right? His
Sure.
own stage. But yes, indeed, I would encourage entrepreneurs to build their own, to struggle a little bit, and build their own business, or the proof, and to build to generate traction, and after that to start looking for investors. But to do so, you need few elements in place. I just brought the book. You need a methodology, right? So we have like over 400 pages here, and I think the next one is gonna have. I'm working on changing was the Bright Business Models. Now it's gonna be Bright Business Operating System, and it's gonna be a little bit thicker than this. So you do need a methodology, and I'll explain you how it works. I have a one pager, but beside that methodology, you need a community. You need the like-minded people, entrepreneurs and business experts, a place that can support you. I call this a thriving source of influence, and you can be surrounded by negative or toxic. I call them toxic sources of influence, positive or negative, but they can be toxic, right?
Hmm.
So now methodology, a community, and then you need business experts. That's why this is going to lead to our structure for the Bright Business Project. So only the Bright Business Operating System is not good enough. Only the learning component is not good enough. Only to have good people around you who can cheer for you, who can empower you, support you is okay, but still not good enough. You need them, but then you need the business experts. And I'm telling you from my own experience, and I'm sure I'm not the only one. I had a really good accountant, a good CPA, but that couldn't solve my or help in my business. I didn't have a good marketing guy. I'm from Romania, and I started my first business when I was 19, back in Romania. It was in 1990 when I started, and I had to learn marketing. And when I came to States, I had the marketing agency, not because I was all about marketing, because I had to learn in Romania how um, to run the marketing part of my business because I couldn't find a good expert. So, yep, methodology, community, and I call this DBE, or dedicated business experts. So this we are touching a little bit the overall the structure of the Bright Business Project. But yeah, so I want to show you the one pager we have. Yeah, this is the structure here. and then a few, let's say, a few unique approaches. I created what I call a 2 by 2 human-centered matrix. Is a blend between design thinking, system thinking, and the matrix thinking. So all these are applied to a few elements that I think are critical for the business overall, the business structure. First of all, you need to be a good leader. In order to lead anyone, you need to lead yourself. So here we talk about inner leadership. So we start the foundation, inner leadership. Then you need to have a purpose in place, because this program is dedicated, everything here is dedicated to purpose-driven entrepreneurs. Now, the challenge is not many entrepreneurs, they do know they have a purpose, or they understand exactly what purpose is, or the value. But it's something we can work. Even at this point, you do not have a purpose, it's something to work and discover that. And then you need to have the pay solution in place. And this is very complicated. And this is one of the biggest reasons why businesses fail. If you don't have the right pay solution matrix in place, probably you're going to struggle with attraction. However, after we put this in place, we're going to focus on business. How do you create the value? How do you sell that value? How do you measure the results of your entire business? And then what is your exit? It's way much more complicated and more complex.
Yeah. So who's the ideal person for this program and for the Bright Business Club?
Yeah, good point. We probably the ideal are like entrepreneurs which are already in the business. We're already generating 500K a year revenue and 1 million a year revenue, because they are ready to implement the business operations or the Bright Business Operating System. But on the other side, the startups, the people ready to start their business are welcome as well, as long they do have the drive to scale. This is a big thing, differentiator. I saw in my life businesses at the very beginning, but with the drive to make it happen.
Mm.
And in 1 year, bang, they have 10, 20 employees and they're ready to roll, and then they have an exit in year 3 or something. Other businesses after 30 years, they're still alone or the same few employees, and they still struggle. They are on survival mode. And businesses with drive or entrepreneurs with drive are welcome to join our project.
So tell me about what drive is. What does that mean exactly?
Mm-hmm. A few things here. Drive can be about having more, right? I want to make more money. I want to sell this company for, I don't know, 50 million and whatever. Or I want to make an impact. I want to do something. And of course, for that impact, I do need financial resources. So now we're talking about two types of drives, or two types of drivers. And I'm looking for the second one, for the purpose-driven entrepreneurs. So yes, indeed, we do need to make money, and we in this program we work in assisting members to generate the financial resources. But this is not the end of the goal, the end of the game. We see beyond that, how I can have an impact, and how I can manifest my purpose. Because I saw, probably you too, I saw entrepreneurs rich in the pocket but empty inside. They're just looking to make more money. Beside that, they're not living a meaningful life. And
so help me understand that. What does that mean? A purpose-driven life. Who is an example of someone that you know that's living a purpose-driven life?
that's a tough question. I wouldn't name any person, because when you talk about people, is sometimes you might go, some people is gonna be okay what you say, some people is gonna say maybe this person is wrong.
Yeah, but that's the way life is. It's like, on this show, we're talking about purpose-driven conversations. So there's no right or wrong. We're just making comments, and people have absolute encouragement, and please chime in. If you don't agree, or you've got a different way of looking at the world, let us know. Say that. And so, Florin, I encourage you, just say it.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, and I like Steve Jobs.
Okay.
because I love design. I'm all about design. I'm how can I say? When I start my first business, my first successful business, right after I failed twice in 1 year, whatever, I started an interior design company and the remodeling company in Romania. But it was not about business; it was about the design part. Then I had to figure out how to make that passion work. So for me, Steve Jobs, it really inspired, and how he brought the design in let's say this kind of stiff world over IT and hardware, and he was making each a piece of art, each Mac, right, something, and everything they deliver from an aesthetic point of view. I was wow, and
Yeah, the
yeah,
think different.
yeah, exactly. That's the sort of purpose. As you want to manifest something, but then we have social enterprise. I just talked with I hope a new person. I hope is going to be a good friend. He's from Romania, from Transylvania. In fact, he's from Scotland, and he started a business, a social enterprise in the deep heart of Transylvania, and
Okay.
he makes honey and a gin, crafted gin like alcohol.
Oh, yes. You might have to get
Yeah,
some of that.
elderflower,
Try.
yeah, I was using local elderflower. So he has local people collecting, he's buying all this, and he's supporting local economy. Uh,
Okay.
and I'm really impressed, and I want to do everything is possible to support Jim. Is like the same like you. It is not Miller. So here's another example of purpose-driven entrepreneur.
So he decided that his purpose was to create something that he could offer to the community
Yeah.
locally that would add value and use the resources and be able to buy and sell what he's producing
Hmm. And
and support
support.
the community not only financially but also spirited wise.
Love it. Yeah. So here's the big thing with the nonprofits, which are going one place to just donate money and then they don't care. But somehow they feel like, okay, I did my chore, my part, I helped the community. This is not the way you should help. Yeah. People, they need to be involved. That's why we need entrepreneurs. And social entrepreneurship is the best way to have a positive impact in one community.
Hmm.
Because you don't give them the fish, you teach them how to fish.
So social entrepreneur, define that for me.
Yep, you can run a business. Let's say it's somewhat close to the nonprofit, but I don't believe nonprofits can really have an impact. But as a social entrepreneurs can go in a community, find a way to generate the money, have the people in that community involved, have a feeling like they are part of that what is going on. They're getting paid for that, but in the same time, the community is thriving. But for this, yes, indeed, you need that social entrepreneur's mindset, and they do need skills. And here we try to plug in with our methodology. That's why I designed all this. That's why I wrote this whatever 400 pages to assist purpose-driven entrepreneurs in generating the resources and making an impact. But on the other side, we can have entrepreneurs just which are just for profit, which is still good. They're welcome to join the program and start working a little bit on the word purpose and plant and find a position the word purpose at the core of the business model. And
Why
then
is it that you encourage that for them?
yeah, because life is more than just me, just me having. Again, life is about the impact you can have around us. And the business should be
So
nothing
you're
else.
saying that it's not all about the profit
Yeah, yeah.
and getting a customer. So what changes when somebody I don't know if the converts the right word, but if somebody changes their, say they have a business and it's doing well, they're off and running, they got to start, and then they have this epiphany and they say, well, I'm just starting to feel like this is just another job and it's not something that I'm passionate about anymore, even though it's gotten started, and you start getting demotivated. How could this help them?
Yeah, purpose is nothing else but your North Star, is your why
Mm.
you are here. And you see, when you talk from, when you start talking about why in a business, now the business is coming, is not only holistic, but you look at the business as a path to enlightenment, right? It's getting closer to that ikigai. When you don't go at work and you don't go to your office to run your business just to make more money, right? And that why, when you down, is going to give you the drive. I'm not going to give up because it's not about me losing that contract, or it's not about me losing that person, or whatever is happening in the business that point. It's me because I'm here to stand up for something. And right now, I'm talking to you from my own perspective with this project, which is it is a struggle. Now start generating a little traction, but it's not easy, right? Looking from that financial perspective, I would give up right away. It's then people will tell me, dude, this is not a business. No, it is a business. For me, it is a business because business, in my definition, is not about only a profit. I know somewhere deep in my heart, I'm gonna make it, and is about impact. Because I look at this.
If I didn't know better, I'd say what you just talked about was law of attraction.
Yeah,
You have a vision, and in your mind, it's it's already happened,
yeah, yeah.
and you're collecting now the evidence of that success. So in your mind, this is already successful.
Yeah, now you can go to what the definition of success. But as long I feel like this uh, project is gonna fulfill me, is gonna give me a sense of living, I'm all in.
Mm.
That's what sold me. This is the outcome, that future state. For example, what I see, what I envision, that my future state. I see a club in, let's say, most of the cities, relevant cities around Southern California, where people can come at least once a month and talk about their purpose, or they look for support. I'm struggling, and to see at some point they're building a business, they're making the money, and then they give back because they know they got a support from the community, and they understand it's not all about me, it's about helping and supporting other people in the community. And this vision is the driver behind my project. Yes, I do need to generate money. We have a membership fee for this, but we stand, how can I say, we aim for way much more than just selling memberships. And
So
challenge.
if someone in the like right now, you're set up primarily in the Temecula Valley in Southern California. So what is it that people in that area should be looking for, or maybe describe what it is they're missing now that they'll find
Mhm.
by getting involved with the Bright Business Program?
Oh, thank you for the question. First of all, the entire project is built around my needs as an entrepreneur. Everything is in the book. Everything I pencil is based on my needs. First of all, as an entrepreneur, when I in early stage, I was looking for support. You need people to talk with, brainstorm with, but the challenge is they should have the knowledge and they should have the heart and to be with you. So to really guide you through for the success. And sometimes to open up, to open your heart, you need to kind of validate you are talking to the right people. Yeah, that's that was one of the biggest challenge. The second one, workshops. Like here, even back in Romania in '90s, we had workshops all over the place. But all random workshops at some point was more confusing for me because all the teachers are good or the facilitators are good. They're competing to be good. And now my focus is shifting from one thing to another one. So the better
So
the
the webinars are kind of become, or the workshops kind of become like this bright shiny object of the week.
yeah, you nail it. Yeah,
Takes you off focus, and
yeah. And you know that the tricky part is the facilitators are doing a good job But the end part is you get confused when you go home because now the priorities change, right? So you have
Right.
a sequence of things you have to focus on, and now, oh man, now I should do this because that facility that was so good. So they changed the priorities in your mind, and this is not about this. That's why I'm saying the business experts, they should not compete. They should be a factor of growth. Maybe at some point for me as a marketer, I have to make one step ahead and push Jim, let's say, which is good with operations. Because now I invest too much in marketing and operations is not going to be able to support that. It's going to be a problem. Or like I said earlier, a good CPA can tell you what to do, but if you do not control the operations or you do not control the marketing and sales, then it's not going to the CPA is not going to the accountant is not going to bring as much value as she could in my case.
Right. So when you're building your business, you're like, you're you're usually, from my experience, stressed to the max. You're really working your proverbial tail off to get stuff done every day. You may be working from 6 a.m., from 8 to faint. You may be just like, get up at morning, you start working at 8, and you don't stop till you faint, and your head hits the pillow,
Yeah.
and you're absolutely just done for the day. And that may be 10 or 11 or 12 o'clock at night, and then you're up again, um, and that just goes. And you don't have time to think. You don't have time to reflect. You don't have time to consult with people. You don't have time to go look and vet different experts that you may need, like an accountant, or somebody who's really good at operations, or someone who's really good at finance, or someone who's really good at you know uh, supplier management. Whatever it is you need. And so you're stressed out. And what I love about what you're doing is creating these clubs in various places that will enable the startup and from zero to $1 million company to get plugged into a group of people who are really, really good at what they do for a very, very, very reasonable price, right?
Yep.
And you can contribute to that group and learn and grow and be successful in there while you're learning that big thick book that Florin put together as you go. It's like you don't have to learn it all at once. You learn as you go, and there's a process and a whole flow that you get involved with here. So that's what I love about what you're doing. It's like you've got one up in Corona. There's one in Irvine now. There's one down in Carlsbad. We're starting one up here in Temecula, and it's growing as we speak. And people are becoming attracted to it. But not just people, these are the right people. These are the people who have the drive, the people who are purpose driven, the people who see a vision and who see a future of success and possibility and are making it happen every single day, and have no time. They have no time for anything, but taking the time here with this group, with this system, will save you years and possibly keep you from having to quit the company that you're starting, and
Oh,
or go through another pivot.
I love it. This is something, a topic I like to. I'm sorry for interrupting you.
Yeah, I'm
I
on a
want to
roll.
welcome people in the project. I'm sorry. I want to welcome people in the project.
But before you get started, by the way, thanks to Ifros. I may not be saying his name. Is that Ifros?
Yeah,
Ifros.
yeah.
Yeah. Ifros says, "Good luck, Florin." So thank
Thank
you,
you.
Ifros. Last I talked to him, he was out in the North Sea. He's a chef out in the North Sea.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I
We
love this,
grew up
this
together. So
technology, man. We reach the whole world with this. This is so much fun.
love
So
it.
hey, Ifros, thanks for chiming in, buddy.
Thank you for being here. Yeah, he's a good friend since we grew up together. We were just little kids back
Awesome.
in Romania. Yeah. So what I want to say, I want to encourage people, if you just lost your job, or you feel like you're not ready for, how can I say, or you don't like the job you're in right now, but you have the skills and you have the drive, you have a passion, you want to go, how can I say, manifest that dream, that passion,
Yeah.
or you want to showcase your skills. I want to invite you to to try. This is not a sales pitch. I want you to come and explore if a Bright Business Project can help you to, instead looking, let's say you're an expert in a specific field. Why not to be a consultant? Why not to start your business journey? On the other side, if you have a passion and a dream and you have a job you don't really like, why not to look for a spin-off and try to build your business and try to connect with us? And but it's not about the methodology or the frame or the Bright Business operating system, but overall is about the community we have.
Right. Yeah. It's like not trying to sell you on anything. This is pure, unadulterated community, added value. I think, there is, if you want to get involved with it earnestly, with accountability, because we have a mastermind there in the program that actually is amazing that we do. And you can be on that hot seat with people that you know and trust, and they will give you their heart and pour into your business everything that they have to give you perspective and ideas to help you grow your company and take it to the next level, whatever that is. And not only your company, but you. Your company will grow as fast as you grow. So if you're not investing in you and becoming better at everything in terms of being a leader and investing in your awareness and your mindset and your relationships and your value adds and what you know and what you're confident in and how you show up, that's huge. How are you showing up? And that's one of my soapboxes right now, because I've been looking at me. It's like, how am I showing up? And it's I can make some improvements. So and this is all part of it. It's that introspection and getting that feedback from objective sources that you're not paying to tell you everything that they think you want to hear. They're telling you what they believe is the right thing to tell you, right?
Yeah,
and that's what you want. So you not only get this process and access to Florin's amazing book, and there's some incredible case studies that you can learn if you come back and stick around and learn those case studies. I mean, they'll blow your socks off. So there's a lot more to this whole program than meets the eye. And Florin's putting all this together. And yeah, he says he's struggling a little bit right now, but that's temporary. This whole thing is, I see it just boom, it's going to start exploding because people are going to get it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, is a good struggle, because this struggle, you have questions, right? It's a sequence of challenges you have to solve. Then, for example, let's talk about the structure. So Bright Business Project is a big umbrella. And under this big umbrella, we have clubs, right? In 3 cities right now, and we are growing. The clubs should bring people together for in-person meetings. Each meeting has a specific format. But beside that, members can go to all clubs, right? It's not like any other program. So you can go to Corona. You're welcome to join Irvine. So people are waiting for you. We are not competing. Oh, this is another attorney. Let's say, oh, I don't want to see him here. No, we want to have more attorneys in the same club. However, this is the club. And then we have 3 online programs. All this is specific to cover a specific need.
So as you're talking about this, I'm going to bring up the website.
Oh, yeah. Should I? Oh, okay.
So yeah, this is a great place to talk about it.
Yeah, I love it. So first of all, somebody said, if you cannot define your business in one sentence, that means you have to go and work on your business model and the concept of your business. And I think we capture in this sentence everything what we stand up for. So Bright Business is a platform that brings together entrepreneurs and business experts to increase profit and fulfill their purpose. This is our mission. This is what we exist for. So like I said, beside the in-person meetings and the clubs, we have 3 online programs. One of the biggest challenges to build Great. Yeah, the business lab. If you go up, yeah, here. We want to have entrepreneurs to implement their business operating system, or the bright business operating system. On the other side is good for the business experts to understand our bright business operating system, so they can understand, they can figure out where they can bring value. Because no matter if you're a CPA attorney, you need to have a holistic understanding of your client's business. And now, how are you going to deliver this learning component of the program is through a business lab. So here we meet once a month for 1 hour, and we just cover one topic. This month, in September, this month we'll talk about how we solve the root cause of the problems, how we go from symptoms to the root cause of the problem, and from here build a strategy, develop an action plan, and implement it. With the methodology in place, like I said earlier, it's not good enough. We have monthly challenges and we want to stay accountable. That's why we have the mastermind group, the second online program. And now the third online program, I understood lately I understood is a big need for it. Is a marketing and sales group. Here we meet once a month again, and we have one big mission, one big goal: support members, build a marketing and sales strategy, generate, qualify, and nurture leads until they generate sales. Or if they're already in a business, how using the community to generate more connections and quality contracts. And
Yeah,
here,
this area is this sales and marketing group. That's one of my areas of expertise.
yeah,
And what I find people get stuck on is really simple to fix. Now, there's simple and easy. Those two words kind of get confused.
oh yeah,
It's not easy to do this, but when you actually sit down, force yourself to sit down and look at exactly who your ideal client is, or ideal clients first. There's a process and there's frameworks here. If you go through that process systematically, and Florin, this program is excellent for helping people to just stay on task and stay focused. When you go through that framework and create the framework for the marketing, it'll save you tons of time and money and headaches and stress and all the things that go with trying and failing, all the iterative. You take out most of that iteration and you get focused on what's going to work and what's working now, and then optimizing. You want to get as quickly as you can into the optimization structure. And what's great about this is there's all kinds of frameworks that we've built and all kinds of tools that you can use to get really down to the nitty gritty quickly and stop farting around with the next greatest thing, that bright, shiny object that somebody told you is what you need. That's not true. And stay with something that is working and that works. And it's fundamental. It's so simple to learn it. But most people don't teach it because they want to tell you things that they're going to make money. Well, Florin's not into making money from your marketing. Florin's set up here to help you be successful at whatever it is you're doing, your purpose-driven life in your business. So his incentive isn't to make a profit on helping you build your marketing. Lesson, I think, there is who to get involved with, and the relationships you have will help you the most to be successful. And to me, having relationships with people who know what they're doing, but aren't incented primarily to sell you something that's going to they say is going to make you successful. That's where you want to be. And this is that program. This is that system that Florin's put together. So yeah, that sales and marketing group is amazing. We're growing, and it's collecting. We're gaining ground, and we're gaining traction, and we're gaining momentum, and keeping things simple and getting people in line and actually getting success stories now. So yeah, that's my 2 cents on the marketing side.
no, thank you. And you are part of the leading group for the marketing and sales. And yeah, your expertise, you proved in all our mastermind sessions and our workshops, you have the wisdom, first of all, and you have the skills and the wisdom to coordinate, to be part of the leading group for the marketing and sales. And yeah, we have wonderful case studies with our members, but we're not going to talk about this today.
Yeah, we'll save that for another day. That'd be fun though. I'm looking forward to that.
It's good for people to know when they join our ecosystem or environment, they have access to this Bright Business Lab to create, build, and continuously improve their business operating system or Bright Business Operating System. They have access to a monthly mastermind and accountability group to keep them stay on track, don't chitty chat. Yeah. And then we'll do the best possible as a community to support each other to generate sales. Going back to this last group, we have here first of the first of the agenda is about you having a marketing and sales strategy in place. Second part is about our best practice as a group to help members generate more leads and convert them into sales. And we take it now one step ahead. We go to monthly in-person meetings and events. So this is the overall structure. This is how we create this ecosystem to give a complete set of tools for entrepreneurs at the beginning of the business journey or close to an exit to succeed, to accomplish that that dream they had in mind. And one of the biggest things we talk in Carlsbad, people are talking about the growth. We do not focus on how to build or to scale 10 times, how to improve or how to generate money overnight or something. In our program, we're focusing on failure, what we should do to prevent failure. I know this is not a nice word. People are, oh, no, it's negative. But still, if we do everything possible to avoid failure, then the growth is coming. It's naturally happening.
Mm.
But keep this in mind, almost between 70 to 90% of the businesses fail. Only 30 to 10% make it after year 10.
Right. One of the key principles, I think, in direct selling and selling, face-to-face selling, is it's an art, I think, and it's called pre-framing. And pre-framing is basically knowing your customer well enough and what objections or questions they may have during the sales process and addressing those before the prospect asks them. So you're pre-framing an objection or pre-framing a question so that you're answering it before they even ask it. And you got to know what you're doing to get to that point. And what your program is, I think, relate it to that idea is that your program, your system that you describe so well in your book actually efficiently helps an entrepreneur to understand the future and look at what's happening, what's going to happen, and preempt that failure before it happens. So yeah, you're looking at failure modes. Where could this happen? What happens if, and go through those iterations and come up with solutions before they happen. So you're staying on track and you're not getting pulled off ahead of, getting sidetracked.
Yeah. And you're not, yeah, you're aware what can be, what can happen, let's say. But if you control each step of your business journey, you avoid all this to happen. But just in case something bad you can face, all this strategic and system thinking can help you to control the business journey, helps you to be agile. This thinking can help. Yeah, these strategies can help you to be agile, fluid, and like if pandemic, right? So this pandemic happened, your business model should go around and move on and grow.
Right. Yeah. One thing I saw on the news last night, the little, what do they call them? The little seating areas out in the street in the restaurants that they have now in town. And they're down in San Diego, they're going to start pulling those out of the street. They're going to make it illegal to have those in the street anymore. And the
Well,
restaurants are kind of complaining about it because basically what happened after the pandemic, they could open up their restaurant and they had additional seating out front for al fresco dining, and their uh, their customers love that.
yeah, yeah,
So, but now the government's saying, well, we're going to take that away from you, and so it's like, what are you going to do with that? How do you confront it? Because it's something that you're relying on now for income. So how are you going to? The only thing most people are going to say, well, I'm just going to take a hit. But maybe not. That's something that would be a problem that we could work through and
yeah,
explore and see
yeah,
if there's any solutions.
yeah, yeah.
Don't know if there is at this point or not, but that use your process that we use will explore that systematically to come up with a really good solution if there is one, right?
Yeah,
And be able to preempt that deadline when that uh, outside dining area becomes illegal. How are you
yeah,
going to keep your revenues up?
yeah. This is a challenge. So this is a good end for our talk today. Um, we are here. In fact, the definition of entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship, from my perspective, is nothing else but solving challenges. If you don't like to solve challenges, probably entrepreneurship is not for you. So, what we do here in the Bright Business Project, with all these programs, we solve problems. We work on solving problems or solving challenges. That's why we exist. Solve a challenge, another challenge. I know another challenge is going to come or opportunity is going to come, but we treat opportunities and challenges as well. Because if you don't take care, if you are, how can I say, too hungry to capture an opportunity, if you do not think before, that opportunity can turn into a big problem or big challenge. So we're looking at challenges, opportunities to solve in order to move on. So yeah, this is about the Bright Business Project. But in the future, I would like to talk about different topics, and I would like to have guests to share their story and to brainstorm different topics and how to build a purpose-driven business. And like I said, to make the money, to generate the financial resources, but in the same time, to find the purpose beyond just profit. How you're going to make an impact in the community or the world around.
Very good. So yeah, you can get the workbook on Amazon. So you just go to brisness.com. It's in the on the bottom third there, just brsines.com, and you can go to Amazon and pick up your copy of that workbook. And right now it's a deal. How much are you charging for that now?
I don't know. I think it was $49, and the new version is going to come soon. Like I said, we're going to change from a Bright Business model to Bright Business operating system. Because
Okay, cool. So we've got that, and you're encouraged to go and check that out. And you can read the syllabus if you click up here. You can read the syllabus and more about the system. And then there's testimonials, and then how to join the Bright Business Club, and lots and lots and lots of resources here. But one thing I love about what, again, I think I've said this a couple of times, but it's a really efficient way to gain access to massive amounts of expertise and help and encouragement and inspiration for a very little bit of money and time. So for me, from my perspective, this is a win-win for everybody. And if you're thinking about starting a business, or if you have a business and you're just having some struggles and want to get growing faster and more profitably, then check this out. Check out the Bright Business System at business.com. And I think, and like Florin said, you're encouraged to join, come to one of the meetings, come to one of the programs that we have here. Just go and sign up. You can click on these, I think, and
Yep.
um,
Save your
yeah.
spot. We have now in September 12th at IKEA, we have an event, is AI marketing, where one of our members is going to talk about how to elevate your marketing strategies using AI. And it looks like we're having a nice, we're building a nice group of AI experts in our community. And we have all meetings are about learning and building quality relations. And before we leave, probably talk more a little next time. But the word brightness is not a typo, is the blend between bright and business. So we try to be congruent with our mission. So we came with this business.com domain name to help us tell the same story, or to send the same message.
Excellent, Florin. Well, this has been fun. This has been a great first inaugural show. More to come. And again, we're going to be live. We're going to do this once a week on Mondays at noon Pacific time.
Yep.
And yeah, we're gonna talk about purpose-driven conversations, and that's a really broad topic area. We can talk about just about anything we want.
And you know what? Having at the beginning of the week, that was a big thing. You should um, put a fire on, right? Start with that why I'm in the business, why I'm doing what I'm doing. We're gonna have this conversation Monday at lunch. Every Monday at lunch, we're gonna talk about this why. So the rest of the week, you can work on this, building and manifesting your why. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Excellent. Better yet, you can actually plug into some of the events that are going on too. So
Yeah.
when you join us on the show, you'll get access to all of the events that are coming up, and you can participate. And really that's the crux, I think, here. This isn't just an online virtual thing. This is live, face to face, nose to nose, belly to belly communication. And it's a whole different thing. If like, there might be some people out there who started their careers during COVID, and they never got a chance to see the benefits of actual face-to-face
Human to
interaction. So I actually feel sorry for you if that's the case, but we can fix it.
Yeah.
We have everything going on now where we have both virtual and live face-to-face events. So it's very exciting.
Yeah.
Get plugged in.
Yeah, thank you, Jim, and yeah, looking forward to meet you at one of our in-person events or online events, or here next Monday.
Excellent. Well, we're going to sign off. We'll see you next week.
Stay bright, my friend.
Have
Till
a good
next
day.
time. Bye.